I have a couple of shaved rivets. These are trifold exploding rivets. I'm going to insert the rivet. I have my rivet tool. And you don't install these like a normal rivet. You don't keep cranking the rivet tool until it snaps. But you do want to snug it up to the back side. And I'm going to show you as you can see here, that's the correctly installed, that's correctly installed, that is incorrectly installed. You can see that it's not totally up against the backside. So you want to make sure that you install the rivet properly so you have a nice tight fit. And then I'm going to take my snips. I'm going to leave about a ½ inch. I'm going to snip these off. That's a little bit more than a ½ inch. I'm going to take my shaver. These shavers, you have to select the correct bit along with the correct crown to shave off this mandrel properly. And it's a little tricky, so you have to learn as you go. You just got to go a little bit at a time. Can't just push down on it hard. That's it right there. Look at that. Very nicely finished. Nice looking product. That's your backside. That's your trifold. I have a hole that's larger by 1/16 than what this should be. It should be a 1/4 inch hole. So the hole is larger. I have a backup washer here. And I have an exploding rivet trifold. And I'm going to slide the rivet in. And I'm going to take the washer and I'm going to put this washer on the back. I'm going to swing this around so you can see it. So there you go. You can see that. It's larger than the hole. I put a backup washer on the back of the material, and you have to have access to the back. In a lot of situations you don't. You may be able to also use this, but if you want it to be firm and structurally sound when you install the rivet, you're going to need this backup washer. I think with these rivets it should work pretty good. I have a very large tool here for this type rivet. Let me tighten this down. Okay, I'm going to make sure this rivet is right up against the back of the steel, and we're going to start to crimp. It's beautiful. So let me just turn this around so you can get a better look. And you can see how nice that fastened in an oversized hole. It does not move around. It's solid. You need to include the thickness of the rivet washer into your calculation. So you can see the circumference of the washer, how much more you get. You get about 1/8 of an inch, I would say, approximately, depending on the washer. This is a number 6 washer along with a number 6 pop rivet. So this will show you exactly how it's installed and where it goes. So you don't take a rivet washer and put it on the front here. It just doesn't work. The other thing I just wanted to show you too was a wide flange would have more wider circumference. So now I'm going to install the rivet with the rivet washer attached into the tool, and I have my rivet washer on here. Okay, I'm gonna crimp. All right. I'm also going to install right now a wide flange, and that would be without a rivet washer attached. Okay. So this is the one that is a large flange with no rivet washer, and this one is the rivet, standard rivet with the rivet washer attached. And you can see like that, okay, and then this is the back. And that's basically the demonstration of a rivet washer being installed. So I have here a well nut. They fall under the category of rivet nuts also. This is an EPDM neoprene nut, and inside it has a brass threaded insert inside. So this works well in many different applications. We'll go through those applications. So I'll use this as my material that I'm attaching. Now you can attach multiple materials together with this nut. And I have here a 1/4 20 pan head machine screw with a washer on top. Because in a lot of applications, if you're going through, let's just say, a motorcycle windshield and you want to fasten it to a bracket to hold it on, which is a great application for this, you would push it through, you would put the screw in, and then you would start to tighten the screw. And I'm just going to use, now this doesn't mean you should use this for your application, depending on your application. I'm using this impact just to demonstrate to you. And as you can see, it's tightening up there. And that's the back side of the rivet nut or well nut. And not necessarily that you would have to use this long of a screw. You can use a shorter screw. Again, this is demonstration to give you an idea what this looks like. That was the back, and this is the front. So if you were installing glass, plexiglass, this is perfect. If you wanted to install something on your boat, fish finders or things of that nature, you can use this type of application. So well nuts can be used in many different applications. Great for shock and vibration. Pull through is an issue. It's not the best for that. If you use this in a saltwater environment, you're going to have to change them. I don't know how many years, depends how it holds up, but the EPDM also will deteriorate over time in a saltwater environment. I just want to bring that to your attention. But, you know, great for vibration applications, motorcycles, windshields, many, many things.